They've gone to great lengths to smear my reputation, to ruin my image. Because people's loyalty is to the New World Order, not to God or their family. And certainly not their descendants. It goes without saying. Is this some kind of bridge we need to cross and everything will be all right in the future? Of course not. We can tell by the trajectory of these people and the fact that they control reproduction, eugenics, and other methods, culture, social media sites that have an effect on reproduction, dating sites, churches, and everything that affects reproduction. I challenge you to make a list of things that affect reproduction and to consider whether this is part of a grand design. It's stupid not to see it that way. The same type of people that would rip my father off, that would turn a blind eye to this in all their law enforcement agencies, in the various intelligence communities, who wouldn't say, hey, this is wrong. I'm a police officer because I'm supposed to stand with the weak and not side with the state. In every intelligence agency. The same people that do these atrocious, deplorable things are the same people that help control reproduction. So one must concede that this is the end of righteousness. It does end with my family. It is stupid not to see it that way. Even if you were to remove them from the picture, what is the trajectory of humanity? Who's doing what and why? I've spent a long time before I was not able to watch YouTube videos anymore, searching the web, surfing the web for anyone who's doing anything comparable to what I'm doing. They don't exist. I searched for the competition. I put things in a way that would make it so that they couldn't help but accept my challenge. And I've proven to you through my demonstrations, through my sparring matches that I won, definitively, by a wide margin, that I have the insight to attract the competition. There's no way they would sit there. And in many of my videos I said, hey, if you don't believe I'm going to treat you fairly, record the match yourself. How am I going to stop them? I'm one guy who can't even get other people to do interviews anymore. How am I going to stop them? How am I going to stop the government? What, do you think the government favors this mulatto man? If there's one man that's hated more than the black man, it is the mulatto man. It is the product of a white woman that chose a black brain surgeon for his intellect and his moral content over other white people when she herself was in medical school. That is the product. That is the person they hate the most. It's stupid not to see it that way. I stood firm. I fought for honor. I did what other martial artists wouldn't do. I not only showed you where the martial arts really come from. I connected the history of Igbos to the Europeans. I even gave you the royal family members that I am related to definitively. Here we have a true prince. If the Bible is true and Judah does mean Radeh, then I am the true prince of Judah, the true prince of Radeh. Joseph and Potipharah, the daughter of the priest of On, or Heliopolis, Ra's cult center. No matter how you slice it, if you trace it through martial arts or through the Bible, you end with me. If you trace it by works, you end with me. Show me the Jew that did what I did not. Show me the Christian that did what I did not. These evangelicals. Show me the congregation that stood with me. They didn't exist. They all found their lives. When a great prince of God comes and says, stand with me. This is a command from God. And you hide. You can't present scriptures to the contrary. What are you but a child of the devil? You have bred in the reproductive cycle of rejecting the commands from God. There's no way around that. There's no way around that. In a world of 7.8 billion people or something like that, not a suitable helper was found. Again, there are some women whose feelings may be hurt by me saying this, but it has to be said. There are some women that did weigh in. My last girlfriend was disabled. My goodness. How much heart did I have to overlook what you people would not? As you all took advantage of her, I did not. As you all said to yourself, I can get sex from this woman because she's undesirable in the eyes of the eugenicist-based society. I did not. And still you want me to settle. You want me to sell out. I did what you could not do. I saw in people what you could not, and I respected the spirit in people that you could not see. All preachers are in defiance of God. All priests, all races, all political groups, all social clubs, all economic-based organizations, all entities. You hear the truth in my words. There's no avoiding that. You know me by my works. 4 years, $4,000 challenge. People get killed for $20. People get killed for $5 over respect. And do you think that a martial arts challenge light contact that shows outsmarting and outmaneuvering somebody, that allows you to penetrate them, doesn't show a higher form of masculinity and manhood and intelligence that is associated with manhood, not with science, not with conformity, not with propaganda, complicity, not with playing the game that we all despise. They say, don't hate the player, hate the game. We all despise it. Of course, manhood cannot be associated with that. You think they would sit there with 4,000 of my videos on the internet? What, do I own YouTube? Do I control the views? Look at the variety of titles on my video. Are you blind, deaf, and stupid, or just stupid? How can you not see that I am who I say that I am? How can women not? Of course, I reject all their claims for putting themselves above men. Their false version of equality. Of course I reject it. You couldn't even find one suitable helper for me. God rejects your claims. You are not to pretend that you're spiritual. You are not to pretend that you're doing what's in the best interest of humanity. God commands you, woman, to admit you are selfish. God commands you, woman, to admit that you rejected him. The stars don't take your side. They despise you. The sun, the moon, despises you. The moon is also marshaled by the sun, and under the control of God's Spirit through the sun, it despises you. You are not to put yourself above me or your kids. There is no heaven for any man, woman, or child who puts herself above me, even if you don't mention my name. God despises your media family. How dare you sit there pretending you're important? I am God's only begotten heir. None of you are. All of you together are traitors to God. 7.8 billion traitors mean nothing to God. Only his son. Was it you that was the archetype of Pharaoh? Perhaps someone like you defeated the temple of Set. Was it a coward who wouldn't stand with me that was crucified on the cross? In story or in reality? You sit there like you're important, like you're significant. There isn't a single insightful person that doesn't despise all of you and themselves, other than me. You know it. I could say, well, my Asian brothers, my Hispanic brothers, my white brothers, what would it mean? I should be nice to you? As you defy God? As you put your energy